As you have surely seen in the latest news, an armed conflict between Russia and Ukraine is happening right now, and the news reached the world level due to the strong behavior that Russia is having for intimidating with its armed forces. But did you know that this conflict it's not the only one that had just happened in Russia? Something dangerous related to Minecraft had just happened, and today I'm going to tell you about it. For this reason, Minecraft is dangerous in Russia. Welcome back to Bobicraft, but in English! His name is Nikita Uvarov, and he is a 60-year-old boy, and as you might be imagining, he is Russian, and from what is known, he was born in Siberia, which is a vast geographical region that is part of the Russian Federation. He lived in a cute and modest house, and like any child of his age, every day he got up early, made himself something for breakfast, and prepared his things to go to school. Nikita was a rather reserved boy, but he was also very intelligent. At school, he always stood out for being one of the best. Nikita was especially passionate about science. His ability to learn chemistry and biology was incredible. Not only did he do his chemistry papers well, he also did the best project, impressing his entire class. And I'm pretty sure his teachers also applauded everything he did. And when it was time to go back to class, Nikita had other hobbies besides technology, science and biology, because the Russian boy really liked video games, and it's known that he has been playing Minecraft since he was 14 years old. He spent hours and hours building with his friends. He was actually the best builder on his entire group. Nikita's life was completely normal. However, one day everything changed. Like every morning, Nikita got up to go to school. Something knocked on Nikita's door. The boy and his mother didn't expect any visitor. They were hesitating to open, but the sounds of the door continued to get stronger and stronger, and they realized that it was something important. And suddenly, a loud voice was heard.
FBI, open up!
All the Russian police were surrounding his house, demanding that they were going to arrest the 16-year-old boy. Clearly, Nikita's family got scared. His confused mother didn't know what was happening. Without giving any explanation, Nikita was arrested by the Russian police, and a demanding investigation began against Nikita. They took him away to investigate the case of this teenager. Surely you are confused, and you wonder what did Nikita do to be arrested? Well, this is the story. It turns out that in Russia, the police were investigating a mathematician. Well, this guy had committed several crimes in the country, had vandalized the entire city, burned, graffitied, and destroyed public areas to protest against the government. It turns out that the objective of this mathematician was to promote anarchy. But what is anarchy? The idea of anarchy proposes to live without a government, without having absolutely no person in charge of the decisions of a city, in order to be free. This guy wanted to live without a Russian government, because the man hated all he saw the entire Russian government, and in general all the governments of the world. The mathematician promoted his message by giving out a few leaflets to all Russian citizens, so that more people will unite against the Russian government. So you know, like those typical advertising leaflets you get on the streets. And here things get interesting. The police found in Nikita's subjects these pamphlets in support of the mathematician, pamphlets against the Russian government. When they found these things, Nikita demanded that they respect his point of view with this type of political system. And yes, everyone has the right to have a different opinion. However, having these pamphlets was not the only thing Nikita did. They discovered Nikita placing these leaflets in one of the most important buildings, the Federal Security Service. Apparently, the 16-year-old boy also agreed with the mathematician's proposals and wasn't helping to promote anti-government. Obviously, by supporting this type of actions, Nikita was going to end up in jail. But the shocking thing about the story is that Nikita was sentenced to more than 5 years in prison. But wait a minute, how is it possible that they gave him 5 years for putting up brochures? I mean, I understand why the police got mad about these pamphlets, but at the end of the day, he was just giving his political opinion, and honestly, 5 years is too long for just a few things. But the Russian police found something more sinister about this young man. When Nikita was arrested, he had to hand over all his mobile devices, including his computer. The police decided to investigate absolutely all his files. Obviously, they didn't pay attention to the Minecraft game, but upon further investigation of his files, they found plans of the Federal Security Service building, as well as it is right in the building where Nikita placed the flyers. This was too strange. What was a 16-year-old boy doing with the plans of a building? What was he planning? The police got scared. They decided to investigate further, so they determined to investigate his photos and more of his hidden folders. The police found videos and photos of Nikita building an exact replica of the security building. Seeing that construction video, the police tried to access his Minecraft. They headed to the worlds and found many different worlds, but one world stood out from the rest because it was called the Federal Security Building, and the police at the time of entering the world, they found an exact replica of that building. While exploring this building in Minecraft, they discovered Nikita had placed explosives in the building, and this is where Nikita was accused of planning a terrorist attack. Is that possible? Was Nikita planning the whole thing using the Minecraft game? Until this point, it isn't known. However, the police also found a homemade explosive in her house. Obviously, the case got a little crazier when they found these explosives, so they asked Nikita's mother why she had this at her house. Her mother explained that yes, she did make homemade explosives, but it was just for fun and joking. And when they asked Nikita, he said the same thing, and he defended himself, arguing that he really liked chemistry and that he really enjoyed that subject at school. But the police, seeing all those buildings recreated on Minecraft, affirmed that those buildings were to practice an attack on the security building. Everything was against Nikita, and Nikita went to prison. At that time, his trial was still on, and he is also sentenced to 5 years. Nikita's last words were, "I wanted to learn something new. I like to learn something about physics, chemistry, biology from various famous scientists. I also watch scientific and educational programs. I am not a terrorist. I am not guilty. I would just like to finish my studies, get educated, and go somewhere far away from here. Somewhere where I won't irritate anyone from the special services." Do you think Nikita was just having fun in Minecraft and those explosions was because he liked chemistry and physics? Was a 16-year-old boy really planning an attack on one of the most important buildings in Russia? There is no further evidence, and this case is complicated. The problem is that after a while, two Nikita friends who text each other almost daily were also arrested, confessing that everything was planned, and Nikita was one of the leaders of this attack they were planning. But this story continues. To end this video and this incredible story, it turns out that a few days ago, specifically on January 17, 2023, the Supreme Court of Russia confirmed the 5-year prison sentence that Nikita Varov received for playing Minecraft when he was 16 years old. If you like it, leave your like. Here on the screen on the right, you have a video suggested by the YouTube algorithm, and on the left, you have another playlist with amazing videos.